How to fix Uncharted legacy of Thieves startup crash. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, our engineering team is tackling a frustrating issue where Uncharted legacy of Thieves collection crashes immediately after the Naughty Dog and Iron Galaxy intro screens. During our extensive laboratory testing, we discovered that this startup crash primarily affects modern hardware configurations, even when older, weaker systems run the game flawlessly. Teknobalta's analysis revealed multiple root causes, ranging from configuration file conflicts to hardware scheduling anomalies. We have meticulously documented and verified every working fix for this specific problem. Let us walk you through our comprehensive, step-by-step diagnostic guide to get your game running perfectly. 1. Reconfigure user data files. Our diagnostics immediately pinpointed a critical fault in the user configuration files generated by the game engine. Navigate to your Documents directory, open the Saved Games folder, and locate the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection directory. Inside the Users folder, open the long alphanumeric text file with Notepad and change data collection to 0, splash volume to 1.0, and PSN auth link to 0. 2. Disable hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling. We also identified that modern GPU architecture features can conflict with the proprietary game engine during initialization. To resolve this, open your Windows Display settings and navigate to the Graphics Settings menu. Our testing confirmed that turning off hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling completely eliminates rendering crashes right after the developer logos. 3. Verify integrity of game files. Teknobalta's technical team always recommends establishing a clean baseline before diving into advanced system changes. Open your Steam or Epic Games launcher, right-click the Uncharted title, and select the option to verify the integrity of game files. This process ensures that no essential engine assets were corrupted during the initial installation phase. 4. Execute a clean driver installation. Display driver conflicts are a massive contributor to startup failures in major PlayStation console ports. We strongly advise downloading Display Driver Uninstaller to completely wipe your current graphics registry keys in safe mode. After the purge, install the absolute latest graphics driver directly from your hardware manufacturer's website. 5. Disable full-screen optimizations. Windows often attempts to forcefully optimize borderless and full-screen applications, which we found breaks the Uncharted boot sequence. Right-click the main executable file in your installation directory and open the Properties menu. Navigate to the Compatibility tab and check the box to disable full-screen optimizations while also running the program as an administrator. 6. Expand virtual memory allocation. During our memory leak investigation, we noticed the Iron Galaxy port demands aggressive page file swapping during the initial shader compilation. Press the Windows key, search for Advanced System Settings, and navigate to the Performance options. Manually set your virtual memory allocation to at least 16 GB to prevent unexpected out-of-memory engine termination. 7. Install Visual C++ Redistributables. A missing runtime library will silently kill the executable right as the 3D engine attempts to initialize. Teknobalta's automated testing suite revealed that you must download the latest Visual C++ redistributable bundle directly from Microsoft. Install both the architectural versions, then restart your machine to fully integrate the dynamic link libraries. 8. Clear the DirectX shader cache. Corrupted shader caches from previous failed boot attempts will permanently lock the game in a crash loop. Open the Windows Disk Cleanup utility, select your primary operating system drive, and check the box explicitly labeled DirectX shader cache. Deleting these temporary files forces the Naughty Dog engine to compile fresh, uncorrupted shaders on the next launch. 9. Configure Defender firewall exemptions. Network authentication requests embedded in the launch sequence can trigger aggressive security software blocks. Open your Windows Defender firewall interface and add an inbound and outbound exception specifically for the Uncharted executable. This guarantees that the background telemetry and PlayStation Network hooks do not trigger a hard software crash. 10. Disable rendering overlays. Our telemetry data proves that rendering overlays aggressively hook into the DirectX 12 pipeline, causing immediate system instability. You must disable the Steam overlay, Discord screen share, and the Epic Games social panel before launching the title. Disengaging these third-party hooks provides the game engine with pure, uninterrupted access to the display buffer. 11. Terminate background monitoring software. Similar to social overlays, hardware monitoring applications heavily disrupt the initial frame generation sequence. We verified that closing MSI Afterburner, Riva Tuner Statistics Server, and Razer Synapse drastically improves boot stability. Ensure these programs are completely terminated from your Windows system tray before attempting to launch the game. 12. Enforce a strict frame rate limit. Uncapped frame rates during the Naughty Dog intro sequence can cause severe GPU voltage spikes, triggering a localized driver timeout. Open the graphics control panel for your system and navigate to the application-specific 3D settings. Manually enforce a maximum frame rate limit of 60 frames per second to stabilize the hardware load during startup. 13. Validate CPU AVX2 instruction support. The Uncharted engine relies heavily on modern processor architecture, specifically the Advanced Vector Extensions instruction set. We analyzed the crash dump files and determined that if your CPU does not support AVX2, the game will mathematically fail to start. Ensure your motherboard firmware is updated and standard processor instruction sets are enabled in the BIOS. 14. Deactivate Windows Xbox Game Bar. Microsoft's built-in gaming features often hijack the rendering priority of AAA gaming titles. Navigate to your Windows settings, select the gaming category, and completely toggle off the Xbox Game Bar. Additionally, disable all background recording features to free up vital processing cycles required for the initial engine boot. 15. Purge corrupted profile directories. A highly specific bug we uncovered involves corrupted configuration lists attempting to load phantom save data. Navigate back to your saved games directory and entirely delete the user profile folder if our first configuration text edit did not resolve the issue. Forcing the software to generate a completely blank profile often bypasses the fatal loading error. 16. Install pending Windows kernel updates. The underlying DirectX 12 Ultimate architecture requires specific operating system modules that are only present in newer Windows builds. Check for updates in your Windows settings and ensure your operating system is fully up to date. Installing pending cumulative updates provides the necessary kernel-level support for the modern graphics engine. 17. Disconnect unnecessary USB peripherals. During our peripheral testing, generic USB controllers and certain flight sticks caused polling rate crashes within the input handling engine. Unplug absolutely every USB device from your computer except for your primary mouse and keyboard. Once the game successfully transitions past the Iron Galaxy logo, you can safely reconnect your gamepad. 18. Stabilize RAM XMP profiles. Finally, aggressive memory overclocking is a notorious culprit for crashing heavily optimized console ports on PC. Boot into your motherboard's interface and temporarily disable your extreme memory profile settings. Running your system memory at base clock speeds ensures flawless data transfer between the processor and memory during the intense asset loading phase. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.